And there we go. Back again. All on my own this time. Mike is still gone. But luckily, the stream is working today. So, well, the stream probably was, but the computer wasn't. So, we missed out on one, unfortunately. But yeah, today I'm just gonna noodle on a little bit more on the dwarf. Wait, and I'm hearing myself. There, okay. Everything got closed. There we go. Where were we? I was noodling around with the bit of cloth that I wanted to have in there, and it didn't really go really as I wanted to. So yeah, at the very end, Mike came with the idea to use the cloth dynamic, which I forgot existed because I never used it, and yeah, let's see if I can work with that. I played around with it a little bit just to see how much processing power it needed to calculate everything, and it seemed to be fine. I needed to calculate a lot at front, so I did that already. And if you go to your the dynamics tab over here, which I pulled over here to the left, this collision volume and recalculate that you probably need to press as well. Besides that, I kept everything exactly how it was. And so yeah. And I did it beforehand because otherwise maybe could maybe interfere with the stream. Could get a little bit choppy. So yeah, the idea is that this is going to be my new piece of cloth that I had over there. There. I had the correct one correct. Normally it's just a transpose tool, like over here, and it just clips through. But you also have to transpose cloth. That's the one that we want to have. So if you go down, you see that it collides with the body that's there. It's very, very nice. There's a simulation that you can run as well, so it will go automatically, but we're doing it by with the gizmo. I've noticed that I've got a little bit more control. Yeah, I'm also curious how far we'll get today. So, yeah, let's try that. I want to make it a little bit longer. Let's use the normal transpose tool for that. And I also want to give it a little bit more thickness from the dynamic tab. So you go over here to go over thickness. You can see it this time today as well. Yeah, I'm on the old stream layout. And that should be it. Transpose cloth. What does transpose smart do? What does that do? No idea. Okay. Just go down. Collide and collide and collide. This is wonderful. It does clip with itself, unfortunately. Let's rotate it a bit. Drag it. Oh, it's colliding with something over there. You know what? I'm just gonna undo that. It's probably gonna happen a couple of times. Like nah, let's do that again. I am going to remove all the hair. I want to keep the body. The beard can go as well. Keep the eyes. The bandana I want to keep. Jewelry I don't need. Yeah. Can the head, the eyes. There's one hand that needs to go. I think this one. Yes. Some nails. Let's try it with this. We do need to go back to our dynamics and recalculate this. So let's see how it turns out with the stream. Like I said, could get a little bit choppy if I'm not already. Okay, that should be it. That's pretty fast. Just nope, it's not working anymore. It's hanging on something over there. Oh man, this is fun. It's invisible. Ah, okay. Because I had the body selected, I think. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, now it works. Okay. I could make the entire body cloth the way it was just a minute ago. Let's not do that. Could look interesting though. I kind of like this, how it is waving over there, all the folds it has, but it's maybe a little bit narrow. So I'm just going to do the same, but I'm just gonna rotate it a little bit like that. So it's a little bit wider. Maybe it's a bit too wide now. Yeah, it's a little bit too wide. Somewhere over there. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I hope you have a nice day. Yeah, I'm using the cloth sim, the transpose cloth, which is pretty fun. Actually, really easy. And yeah, I kind of have that. But when I was playing around with it, just to see how it worked, I had him a little bit longer, and it kind of drape over his foot. Kind of look cool. So let's see if we can do it again. Like I said, just gonna reset it multiple times. It's most likely that's gonna happen. Okay, so there, we made it quite a bit longer. Maybe just slide a little bit to the inside, go back to the transpose cloth, and just drag it down nice and slow. As you can see, it's clipping with itself, but maybe you can fix that a little bit later. Oh, you need dinner still. Oh dear. Probably had a long day. But yeah. Feel free to relax over here. It's a safe space. It's alright. It's only broadcasted to the entirety of the internet, so it's fine. It's fine. Hmm. This though. Do I like this? I said it did, right? But it feels like it's a little bit too thick. I'm just gonna make a new one. Just gonna keep that one. A bit longer with the normal transpose tool. Thank you. And let's see. I don't think this will work, right? Oh, it is. Wonderful. A slightly sculpted memory falls afterwards. Yes, exactly. Exactly. As you can see, because it doesn't have a thickness right now, it also behaves like it's a lot thinner. So let's see if we can do something with that. Do we have to move that pivot point up constantly? There. And move it down again. Yeah, I think this is pretty nice. It's a bit thinner. I can make it thicker in a second, so that wasn't really a problem. Right over here, it's kind of touching itself because it has no thickness, right? But I think this is a good base to work with. So deactivate the collision, just in case. Go back to my normal transpose. Yes. And I will... This one, delete. I don't want that one. And I don't want that one either. That's the old one. I will turn on the hand back again. Where's my body? My body is gone. Oh, there it is. So many folders. So many. There. There. And let's see what we can do with the move tool. Let's move it around a bit. That down. So it's actually touching and not floating. It kind of looked like it was floating because the collision model that it generates by default, which I didn't really touch, it's a little bit more inflated than all the other ones, mostly to get rid of the lamina faces when when visually it doesn't really show if it's the mesh on top or the one on the bottom, and tries to show you both, and it gets some weird flickering, and that's why it does that. That's why it was kind of a little bit floating, because it was inflated. Let's see. Can I do something with this? Topological. It's a bit of a mess. A bit more than I wanted to. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. But there's a little bit of futzing around. This one up. Yes, that one down again. And hopefully, not mess it up. Not mess up our beautiful simulation. Where does this one go? Something that the previous one had a little bit less of less trouble with, because it had some thickness already. There we go. There's a couple of bits that are already gone. But I think it's simulated a little bit better now. It's like it's inside out over here. Because it is. Alright. Let's move that down so nobody will notice. Up, up, down again. Okay. What's this one doing over there? Let's just see if we can smooth that. Can we smooth that? We can. Yeah, this is fine. Let's see if we can do this one as well. I think that smoothing is working quite well for this part. And over here, it's already underneath the arm, right? Yeah, so we won't see that. Okay. See, smooth it and relax, smooth it and relax. Isn't really working, isn't it? It's a bit too much of a mess. See if we can inflate it. It's this bit over here. Okay, even that out a bit. Yeah, there's still like a little loop that it created right over here. That's a bit of an odd one. Okay. Very deep crevice. So let's see if we can even it out a bit. Let's use the let's use the polish maybe? Nah. Dynamic. Let's fill it up using the alt turn dynamic. When it's done, if I go too far up, it starts to fold in on itself again. So, oop. It was a nice fold, but we can make that. That's something I can do. Okay. And the normal standard, yes. And let's add a little bit of a stroke to it, so it's a little bit closer to, and not closer. It's a little bit more. It's easier to create a straight curve. The damn standard, same thing. Already has a laser mode by default, but I'm just gonna increase it. It's very difficult to see what I'm doing because there's very low subdivisions at the moment. Rather work with lower ones and see if the shape is correct. Then working with higher ones and noticing that same thing, the shape isn't correct. find it easier to work with the lower subdivisions. It's a little bit, little bits, isn't it? It's easier to manipulate the mesh, I feel. Yeah, even it out. There we go. This might be a little bit straight. Just push that. Saving. All that out. Let's go. Let's undo that. I'm kind of regretting that I didn't make the piece of cloth uneven at the beginning. I have to do it right now. It was a perfectly square, well, square really, and might have been fun if it was something more organically shaped, right? Don't want to do all that again, to be honest. So let's see how far we can push this. And I can either make it in the piece of leather, kind of like we have it as loincloth, or make it similar to his bandana, which is kind of over here. Decisions. Let's check out if we how it would look if we do the thing. Okay, let's go to geometry. Dynamic is turned on. Micro poly, turn it on. And I think I used for the other one. I used where it is. Where it, not the Royal Oxford. Oh, the Weave. There we go. Was it the Weave? Twirl. There it is. It is aligned. Fun. You can cycle through. Okay. I don't think. Nah. Let's keep this for other things. Let's not use micropoly. Dynamic subdiv isn't subdividing anymore. Let's turn it off and use the Z modeler to extrude it. Give it some thickness. Subdivide. you hold it up a bit and after that the micropoly. Yeah, you could do it as well, but I think I will make it a piece of leather and another micropoly. I just subdivide it like this. I'm done noodling around. Well, with that, the settings. Oh, I won't figure it out if I just keep turning it on and off, right? It's it's clipping again. We can mask it, which is fun, and just remove the outside from the inside. Which is always a good thing, isn't it? Don't mix up your insides and outsides. It's generally quite bad for you. Boo-boo. Okay. Let's see if we can mask this part by doing something cool like this. Just move that one. Yeah, I like my insides on the inside as well. It's I haven't had the opportunity to have my insides outside, but you know I don't really like change, so I'm just gonna keep it where they are. And yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit too busy when oh, that's pretty fun over there. What's happening there? But the micropoly, I think it's going to be a little bit too busy. And also the just the use of an old piece of linen, like very coarsely woven like that, to use it as a bit of a dishcloth. It's just going to deteriorate even faster. So I think a piece of leather is more up for the job as being a cooking utensil cleaning cloth thingamajig. No, we didn't. I don't like my. I like my inside. Gonna keep them there for as long as possible. It's a little bit of a shame that will go away. Well, oh well. We can make it cool afterwards. I think there are better ways of using the cloth simulation like I'm doing right now, but it'll do. It'll do. It's a nice base that I started off with, which was the tricky part that I wasn't able to do last time. So let's noodle a little bit of a cloth today, and let's see where we end up. That thing over here, we need a little bit more volume. This one. What's he doing over there? Ah, it's the inside going outside again. Fixed it on that side as well. Immediately, maybe that'll fix some of my visual problems as well. Such a shame. It was a nice shape, but I'm kind of losing it. Well, it's this bulge over there. I kind of want it back. This one. Yeah, the fact that the mesh is looping in upon itself, it's a little bit confusing, really. It's losing a lot of detail right now. Let's go back. Yeah. Gonna do it again. Yep. Just gonna keep this one though. I'm not gonna delete this. The arm, the nails. Oh, plain. Let's just move the move tool. Let's use the move tool. Just to make it a bit more of an uneven shape. Kind of like that. Maybe it's a little bit longer on one side. Some reason. Let's go to the transpose cloth. Just go. What? Oh no, I turned it off. Vision volume. That's calculating it. There you go. Yep. Because I got the. Yeah. It doesn't work with the transpose line. Okay, good to know. Tries to stretch it when you try to use the transpose cloth to scale it. Keep that straightish. Maybe move it up a bit. where it should be. I think this is better. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Move that, turn that one off again. Okay. What we do? Arm goes back. Wonderful. It's a bit more different than the other one, but I think this gives me less trouble. Hey, Grisha, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you there. How do you connect the subtools together if they already have subdivisions? That is a little bit of a tricky one, but I think I can show you. Just move around this cloth, so it's kind of... You can do one of it over there? Yeah, why not? Okay, that's good enough for now. I'm just gonna save this. I think I can show you that with this one. I am going to say clone to that one. And we got this, and we got our subdivisions. And now we go back and let's use the face. It's always an interesting one, right? This one. I'm just gonna append it, shorten that, append that one over there. Such a big head, all of a sudden. A good way, I think, to do this is to make sure that you got about the same amount as subdivisions as the two subsets that you have currently. Because if you merge down and they have the same, there you go. It's going to keep the same subdivisions, which is always nice. So both of them can go up and down. But yeah, you want to connect them, right? Like with a Dynamesh or something, or what I recommend even more is the go to your gizmo, to go to your gear, remesh by union, right over there. And it calculates a little bit. Oh, it tells me that it's composed of multiple subdivisions. You can't really do anything with that. So just gonna delete the lower ones. Gonna make a, let's not do that. Remesh by union. Now it's remeshing. And what's different to this compared to Dynameshing is that it will only remesh the edges where your mesh connects. So it's a nice clean, well, topology isn't clean, but the mesh itself doesn't really change. If we had used Dynamesh, for instance, just gonna press that, see, you're gonna lose a lot of detail. You can turn it up, but it takes a long while, and it did it. Oh, right, it's pretty fast. But generally you need a lot more topology to make it work well. So that's why I tend to use the remesh by union. So we got that, and everything is attached. But we don't have any subdivisions anymore because topologies we changed, right? Can't work with that. A good way to do that is to remesh. So we go to our geometry, C remeasure. And we're going to keep groups on. Yeah, for me, I'm just going to keep groups on. It's going to trying to create nice islands over here. It's a bit of an odd one. Let's see if we can remove that. Okay, let's merge those together. What's over there? What's over there? Okay, no one saw that. But we're going to remesh. Let's keep groups. Let's turn that off. Just going to turn on adapt and the target poly count. Let's set to 10. It's something you have to kind of guess which one is correct. This is quite a big piece, so more is generally a little bit better. Otherwise, it tries to remesh with too little polygons, and it just loses a lot of the shape. But it's gonna remesh, gonna do its best. Hopefully in the blue screen. Can do it. It won't do it. Yep. Okay, auto saving. It's a bit of a slow process, isn't it? It didn't do it. Did it do it? It didn't. I think it encountered an error, probably that over there. It's a bit inconvenient, isn't it? But that's yeah, let's do that. To go over there and over there. See if it can. Dynamesh sometimes closes up holes or creates even more of them this time. This is a great example, isn't it? It's always when you want to show something to someone, things always go a little bit wrong. Okay, so let's close that. And it's not something I'm really worried about, as you can see. That this is a bit different. That it changed it. I kind of want to keep as much as the I'm happy that you like it, but I had to use Dynamesh nonetheless because there were some problems with the topology, and I think it was that spot over there because I wasn't able to use C remeasure anymore. So let's try that again. That's in progress. It goes lots faster. That's good. Oh, no, it isn't. But you probably want to also want to have some subdivision back, right? And that's what you're going to do right now when it's finished making a low poly mesh. Yes, eventually, one day this evening. One day this evening? Any day now. Sometimes you have like 3 sentences, like, yeah, and this is what I can say, and you say them, all 3 of them at the same time. Creates a nonsense sentence. It happens. It happens. Still remeshing. Come on. There we go. We got a low poly again. Now, this is a little bit of a mess. But I'm going to subdivide it. So we have some subdivisions. Let's do it again. We had 4, right? Let's do 4. But there's nothing to subdivide. All our detail are gone, right? So we can go back a couple of steps. Boop, 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 all the way when we had some detail. Yeah, the PC calculator is very hard. It's there we were working with that spot over there, and don't want that either. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Oh yeah, that was the oh, there. Perfectly. This is fine. Now we're over here, right? And we press Control. We click it, and now it is a little bit more. It's a little bit widened out. Maybe you can't really see on the on stream, but if we move this one all the way back again to the very end, you can see this is lighter gray. Now, if we go to project, that you can find in the subtool, and then we can say project history, and then it will look at this mesh, look at that part in history where we were, and it tries to project all those parts back onto the new one. So we click project history, it's calculating again. This is of course more taxing. Oh, as you can see during stream. Yeah, probably sounded a little bit choppy there. I saw my webcam move with 2 frames a second. But yeah, that's going to take you a little bit more, it's a bit more resource intensive. Kind of depends how many polygons you try to project, right? But as you can see, we got the meshes put together, and we got our subtools right over here. The thing I kind of want to usually look out for is what I got going over here. That piece of the face is connected to the arm right here, and the arm is connected to the other arm. It's all one big mess. And I try to when I remesh to keep those separate, remesh everything the way I wanted and kind of how I did, and then put it back again, so it doesn't clip with itself and create well, these kind of things. I don't really like those because I don't have the option now to reposition the arm if I wanted to. I don't want to, but if I wanted to, that option is gone now. So I have to redo all that entire arm again. So that's so yeah, that's kind of what I do to if I want to merge 2 pieces together. And right over here we had that line, right? That's all gone, and we can just smooth it out a bit, or go with your clay build-up and just kind of remove that crease that we had over there. It's a little bit of a mess, right? Yeah, it's a bit messy, but yeah, that is one option. What also can happen is let's go all the way back. There we go. Got this guy again. Let's put that hat back in there as well. And we are going to merge them back down. Pop. Now we see we only have 3 subdivisions because the body doesn't have a 4th subdivision. But let's say none of them have any subdivisions anymore. Something happens as well. But you didn't make any changes to the topology itself. Did you just, you know, put it to the same subtool? So what you can do is go to geometry over here and reconstruct subdivision. And like magic, it will slice all your subdivisions up again, kind of how they were before. And now we can move around. Back down, and move back up, and move back down, and move back up. So that's a really nice function of, oh, sorry, that's free subdivision. Oh. Reconstruct subdivision, right underneath there. It's a very powerful little button to have as well. And yeah, we can even, if we, no, we can't anymore. It's too much of a mess. But yeah, we're missing a subdivision on the head because it had 4, right? But it can go low. It should go lower 1 technically, but it can't anymore because we lost that one during the merge. But yeah, so kind of watch out for that. That's kind of what I said a couple of minutes ago, that I want to keep those subdivisions when I merge down even, so we don't lose anything like that. But yeah, that's how I keep the subdivisions while I remesh. So let's go back here and go back to cloth. Hopefully that helped a little bit. It's a tricky thing to keep track of. There we go. I can do it. I know the English. Yes. Yeah. Down. If there are parts that were a little bit unclear, don't be afraid to tell. I try to explain them again. A little bit slower, maybe, or a bit more clear, whatever the problem is. I like the word non-sentence, by the way. Yeah. Like nonsense, but not really. Did nonsense come from that? Did the word nonsense come from non-sentence? Oh yeah, I'm still have a low subdivision. That's why. Okay. Let's see. Let's straighten that out a bit. I kind of want to make it a little bit lumpy, but so it's a bit more coarse and uneven. So it's not a straight cut, right? So let's see. We got that over there. Maybe push that up a bit. Push it down. Because if it falls down, it goes straight down, right? There isn't really a curve to it. At least not a lot. Let's see if I can fix it over there as well. I think this one is alright to have. Don't think this is straight either, right? It's off center. Use the transpose line as a guide to see if things are straight or not. That's straight enough. It might be nonsense, but if there is no sentence, it makes no sense. So it's nonsense. Yeah, that sounds like a true fact. Definitely, yes. It's a bit of a tongue twister as well. Might be nonsense, but if there is no sentence, it makes no sense, so it's nonsense. All the sentences I'm messing up, that wasn't one of them, so pretty good. I'm happy with that. Push that down a bit, so it's a little bit more heavy. Let's make some. We can make some holes. We can make some holes in here, and maybe at the end as well over here. I kind of want to bunch this one up as well over there. It did make sense. Yes, definitely. So that sentence about nonsense wasn't a nonsense sentence. It was a full sentence, that was. Yes. There we go. I think this will be all right. This is a bit of an odd one, right? So you have that curvature in here, that fold, and then there's no fold anymore. It just disappears. It feels like it shouldn't be. Let's see if we can make that. Just use the good old standard brush. Maybe a bit smaller. A full sentence, yes, definitely. It's look weird that I've done that over here. Let's see. How does cloth work? Just if I keep pulling it over here, will it make sense eventually? What if I just keep pushing and pulling it until it makes sense? What if I just do that? Did you make it look like that? I don't know. I just kept pushing and pulling. Just aimlessly, without a clue. Something odd. It's the inside there again, on the outside. It's only a bit. Smooth it out. I think I've noodled enough with that. I have no idea how to fix this, so I'm just gonna keep it. Maybe future me is able to solve it. Let's remove that dynamic subdivision and give it some thickness. Is a good idea to give it some thickness right now? Gonna make some poly groups right over here and there. Okay, so we get that, and we just delete them. Delete! Hidden. Thank you. And now we are going to extrude. And now we got some holes already, so you don't have to make those. And if I subdivide, there. Great, that's good. Okay, let's go one lower. And smooth out that board. Because I don't think a piece of leather is has that clean of a cut. Ooh, that's a bit of a mess down here, isn't it? It's a good thing we don't see it. I just move around those holes as well, just so they're more uneven. And these ones as well. Like, ooh, face in there. I think this will be a bigger one. That will be a smaller one. Just push that inside. Kind of have to watch out that it doesn't make the same shapes over and over again. Kind of be wary about that. I tend to have a tendency to do that. Great sentence. I tend to do that quite frequently. Where you just don't pay attention and all of a sudden you got 6 of the same shape. Okay, like over here, where they just push them together. I already did that. And I did it over there as well on top. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. They're fast. Push that up a bit as well. So you have that hole quite close to the edge. Yes, that's what I like. Subdivision up. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, let's go one down again. Got the second one. Just noodle with the border over here. Ever so slightly. Push and pull. And an even edge needs to be quite coarse, right? I feel like it should be. Just tap and slide ever so slightly. Done this, and we'll take a look at the piece that we already made on this loincloth. Let's see what we can do from there. Let's do that. Let's see. It looks like the edges are a little bit inflated. A bit more blubby as well. Perfect. A bit more lumpy, and those holes as well are quite lumpy as well. Okay. I think I got a perfect brush for that. First, I will. Should I go straight to blob? No. Let's go straight to blob. Let's make it a bit more coarse. Use the default alpha on the clay buildup, 28, and I'm going to turn on back face mask, which we can also find if you go to brush. We got auto masking, and there's back face mask right over there. What that does is that when I sculpt on top, it doesn't change the backside. If I got that turned on and I sculpt, you just create those divots over there, which you don't want, which is a nice function to have when you're working with some very thin meshes. Kind of what we got over here. Let's hide everything except this. Use the clay. Make it a little bit lumpy over here. Give it a bit more texture. Just slightly. It does create some problems, that back face masking, when you are nearing an edge. But that in this case, I think it's all right. It's a small problem, what otherwise is quite a big problem. Also got some alphas they can use that are default on the ZBrush. You can use them as well. But I kind of like to do this before I do the next step, which is inflating and blobbing this piece of leather. So if I do this right now, then the inflation and blobbing that it will do will kind of work with this as well, ever so slightly. It just adds to the to the next step. There. Let's see over here, it kind of made a divot even though I was pulling up, but it doesn't matter. It isn't the, and it's an all piece of ladder. It shouldn't be even at all, so just going wild with this. Let's do the insert for this as well. We're gonna see this also, right? Sure that I don't remove too much detail of the folds. Some places I'm a bit thicker than other places, which is fine. Do my best to turn off my brain and try to not create any patterns. That piece I'm not gonna see, that area I'm not gonna see anyway. Go. All right. That already looks a little bit coarser. That's quite nice. All right, and let's go for the inflate, which I keep over here. Let's go over that quite small. That edge. Deflate. Just use the standard brush. Standard brush works well in this case, which is good. Let's go. Reverse one as well, and an inverse one, sorry. Okay, and let's use the blob brush. Let's see where we end up. Lower that intensity. We don't need RGB. Yes. Okay, I see that over there. I think I overdid it a bit. Let's see in the big picture. Let's look at that. I think over here is a bit too thick at the moment. Ooh, it's quite leathery right now. Well, leathery, it's quite gnarly looking. Let's use the clay buildup. Use the inverse and just so you can even everything out a bit. Inverse and the normal one. Kind of fills up those holes. And let's see it. Let's remove a couple over here. Let's use the pinch. Let's go to that edge. Just inflated it and now I'm pinching it. I don't know what I want. Just using the tool that kind of seems like, yeah, I need this now. I don't know what I'm doing though. Just winging it. I do feel like the holes that I made are all quite the same size. Quite similar to each other. So let's see if we can make one or two quite big. To a lower subdivision, so it's easier to manipulate. that gently. Okay, and those two are also quite the same size, so let's make the bottom one bigger, just a bit wider. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. This a bit more nicer. More nicer? Yes, a bit more nice. Okay. Let's see if we can use that blob again. Just very, very gently. Maybe around the border. Those holes. Let's fix that one later. Right over there. Use the blob. Go those edges. All right. Okay, let's go up one subdivision. Go to the standard one. And let's try to find ourselves some alphas. Right over there. We've got leathery skin, and leathery skin, and leathery scaly skin. Oh, we got all the leathery skins. I want this one. And instead of dots, I'm gonna put it on drag select, and then we're just gonna place stuff here. Oh, need even more subdivisions. Just gonna spread it over here and there. I'm not really thinking about it too much. I just want to have some detail here and there. Okay, and let's pick a different one. Is that a different one? Got the same one. Doesn't really matter if it's overlaying. Just kind of see if I can put it in somewhat in a similar direction as I have with the other ones, but I feel like this one might be a little bit strong. Yeah, let's pick another one. Let's go for this one. It wasn't really strong, but noisy compared to the one we currently have. Oh no. Should have turned the back face masking on. It's pushing outward from where we did this. Yes, so we have to undo a couple of steps. That's not something I like. Stupid. Now I remove that. Okay. Subdivisions. Okay. And let's go to that other one again. 15. I don't know why I'm increasing my brush constantly. It isn't really needed for right now. You just drag and make it bigger. I hope YouTube's compression is actually showing you guys something as well. If not, I'm putting some alphas on, some very coarse alphas on the ladder. Big ones, some small ones, overlapping ones. There's nothing over there. Making a weird wave. I thought I removed that. All right. Go back to the very first subdivision. And push it back into place. Because all of my noodling, it's moved again. Yeah, that's fine. Use the blob again, just for that side. Very rough piece of skin that he has. It's not even leather anymore, it's a piece of skin. Oh well. According to some stories, they do eat kids. Those Indonesian kids warning stories. I think it's not really a fairy tale, right? But apparently there are some wild uh, people, the orangutan that I'm basing it off, that that might eat you. They eat kids, according to those folklore legends stories. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? He's eating some kids. You will never know. You will never tell. Yeah. Okay, we got that. And let's save real quick. Number 50. Ooh. And I kind of wanted to have some cloth around this wrist as well. Most of it we won't really see because his head is in the way. No, no, don't want to have the muscles, but we do want to have the hair back on, and the beard, and the bandana. See right over here. Oh wait, we've got a hand that I can remove. This one can be removed. Yes, same with those nails. Yes. Really see a lot of it, but I think I would like it if it was that was similar to his bandana. Got some things coming back here and forth, right? Um, but because it's so hidden, it's quite difficult to tell how it is connected. So I think I can cheat a little bit there. And also now that I'm moving it around, moving the camera around, I see that the leather wasn't really in the position where it should be. On the subdivisions. This. Yeah, I think that can work. It's not hide it completely. Okay, and it's very choppy, unfortunately. PC can't really handle a Z tool this big. It's pretty fun though. I've never really gone this far into detail. Never really had a need to, for a character at least. So it's quite fun. That one, just reset it to where it should be. I think it should be the 25. 24 is good enough. Ugh. Put its dots there. Turn off back face mask. There, bit of a curve to it. Some of the curves that it's making are a little bit too sudden, I feel. Let's move that around. As you can see, I'm moving it around in a lower subdivision, in this case the very first one as well. And that allows me to make some big changes, yes. But also keep the detail that I kept before. If I go to the latest one and move things around over there, I can kind of stretch the detail that I've got currently going on there, and it's also quite a lot slower. So so this is faster. I keep the detail. It's at least more even than it would be otherwise. It's less stretchy. Save it again, and then we really go and work on that wristy bit. Even best way to do that, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna see it anyway, right? So I am going to append a cylinder to it. Yes, and just going to remove the inside, all the caps. Oh, that's my. Even if it goes up and down. Oh, it's my yeah, that's all turned off. Lead hidden. No? That's odd. That is odd. Reset all brushes. Can reset all the things. There's an error encountered. Oh, that's a good thing I saved. Well, just a sec until it can boot it up again. Luckily, it's only ZBrush. Load, yes. Always double check if I'm loading or saving. I once overwritten a file. Never again. I lost it. It's lost in the through the ages now. even worse, I overwritten it with something that was just really stupid to make as well. And the other one that I lost was really fun to make. Cylinder. Okay, and delete that. And are you moving around? I don't think he is right now. Perfect, that fixed it. Just crashing ZBrush, that'll help. And not everything. I want to remove that one as well. So I'm gonna use this one. And then I'll use the move brush to, you know what? I don't need to use the move brush for this. I can do it the fancy way. Just hide that one arm that I got, right? Then you shrink it a bit. Just that, so it's pretty much on there. I'm just gonna project it. Not the history one, just the normal project all. And now it's snapped itself to the arm over there. You can use a little inflate to push it back. Mad hacks over here. And I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna keep that one. Just because I might want to have a couple of layers of that cloth. Just go back. Don't want to have that one anymore. Just delete it completely so I don't see it. Kind of have to see if I can find my mesh. Ah, there it is. There he is. That's the bit I need. Okay, just go over here again. Just turn this one off. And just do the projection again. Just because we can. And inflate again. Back to what we're actually seeing. And just push that up so we can hide that. Mainly have this, gonna have this over here so I can hide the seam between his wrist, his arm and his hand. I didn't really feel like connecting those, so I'm just gonna hide them. Same thing, right? As long as you don't see it. It's clipping quite a lot. Very little I can do. Well, there's something very easy I can do. It's just move everything around. But so much has happened and has been layered on top of there, and you have to redo everything again. It's not, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna do my best to ignore it. Something different, but well aware. Let's go to dynamic subdiv, sorry. Micropoly. Let's roll. Align. No, not to rotate. And right now I'm still moving the original mesh that's underneath there. But if I press apply, now it's a mesh. And because it got topology turned on, I can move everything around. Make it uneven. Just make it a bit smaller. So many things that you didn't see right there. Oh, just gonna keep them there. Just gonna keep them there. Like all of that around. Yeah, that's all right. What I did was to go to Z modeler. Yes, I'm gonna extrude, but everything. All polys. I'm gonna remove that one in a bit. And I think I subdivided it. I didn't. Okay. Let's undo that. But I did inflate it here and there. Also deflated it. But I think instead of deflating it, I smoothed it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now we got that. Variation in thickness going on. Feel like it's still a little bit too clean. So you just want to push those aside as well. Yeah, evenly spaced. So let's push this one in, that one out. Maybe just wiggle it. Straight, right? That one and that one. That one just pulls too much attention. That one over there, the wiggly one. What if I remove that one as well? Yeah, that's fine. Yes, and I'm just gonna do that again, just in case we have two layers. And also have the illusion that it's wrapped in this case. I like it to have it, fully as it should, but right now there's so much work that I need to do, and it's not really needed. You won't ever see it, so I'm just not gonna do it. I'd like to, but eventually we need to go to other things as well, right? I feel like this is smaller for some reason. Don't know why. The same. Yeah, that seems better. Apply that again. Just immediately go to all the groups. Don't want that one, and don't want that one, and don't want that one. Yeah, just go that. Remove that one, and that one. And this one. Just noodle them around again. The modeling again. And we are just going to smooth everything out a bit, and we're just going to inflate everything a bit. Just here and there. Okay. And it still feels a little bit too uniform at the ends over here. I think that's fine. All right. Did that as well. Man, went all roll. But did two things today. I'm so proud of myself. He has a bit of a weird earring as well. That's why we're here, right? That's why his earlobe is so stretched. And let's turn off his beard and his hair. Hair back, hair top. Well, let's make a selection model of that. I don't need that. Don't need that one either. Where's the hand? Where's this one? What is that? Too many new subtools. Yeah, he has one over here as well, but it's so much hair and so much stuff going around that it's yeah. I do think I need to change this area up a bit, especially where the beard interfaces with the rest of his body. Kind of seems like it's clipping a little bit too much, but that's for future me. Let's make this into I don't know, something arbitrary, something like wood or wood-ish. Maybe some bone. Don't know how you can make this rounded, this bone rounded. It needs to have an opening, right? Otherwise, it can never go in. What's it gonna be? Do I mind? Because it's gonna get, like I said, it's gonna get covered up with a lot of hair, right? So I don't think I will bother with it. Do want to make it in such a way that it's clipping the least with itself. Don't like it when things are clipping. These also don't really have a straight shape. Oh man, it's clipping a lot with itself. Let's just make that earlobe longer, wider, better, faster, stronger. There. This is more of a puzzle than I imagined it to be. Man. Let's auto groups all of that. Yeah, okay. It's clipping a whole lot more than I thought it would be. I thought it would do. Luckily, they don't really have a strict shape. It's just some noodly bit that I created, and then I was fine with that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, now we got that. I think that's all good right now. Good enough. Yeah. So let's solo that and see what we. No, it's auto saving. Thank you. There. Let's make some. Let's make them out of wood. First, I'm gonna make the grain with the dam standard, kind of like this. just very loosely make some loops. Just make sure they don't cross, kind of like this, right? Just don't do that. But they don't need to follow a specific line. It can split there. That it can. Okay, and clay buildup. That. The clay buildup that I'm doing over here. Also going very roughly. As you can see, this time I am going over the lines a little bit, but I'm trying to follow that same flow that I created with the dam standard. And because it has such a rough alpha, at least currently, it creates some more lines to play with, and it starts to look a bit woody, a bit. We're getting there. Okay. And just a bit of makes it a bit more organic than it was before. Let's use the inverse to make some little divots. The other kind of pivot. Can make a knot over here. There. Yeah. This one is a little bit too much. Just gonna use the clay buildup again. Smooth it out a bit. When I've done those, I have to go back to the hair again in that area because it's probably clipping, most likely. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing with these two as well. Just not trying to reinvent the wheel. Just needs to have something there. It's quite small, right? So no one is gonna pay too much attention that it's exactly the same. He just made some jewelry out of the things that he had. So by the looks of the clothing, it doesn't have a knot. So it's quite impressive that he was able to manage to make the things that he already has. Okay, that spot over there as well. Just that easy. Okay, and that one over there. I think that one might be a little bit too much. What does it look like? Yeah, good enough. And the last one. The smallest one of the three. Ooh. Play build up, yes. I just noodle around with that again. There. Spit. Okay, let's see what the damage is with his hair. With his crimson locks. Okay, it's his hair. That's pretty much all right. His head was still tweaking it. I think I'm just gonna tweak the shape of this as well. Just give it a little bit of help. And now with the beard, I think this lock over here can be moved up so it goes over it. I think that's pretty much done. was a lot less of a problem than I thought it would be. No, I felt like the face could use a little bit more tender love and care. So let's save again. Drink a bit. Got some references of some people with the face of an old leather bag. Really, some really deep crevices in their skin. Some very leathery skin that they have. So now we got it. And let's see if we can do something with all of this. I think especially around the eyes, it needs some work. It's become a little bit more lumpy. Not a lumpy, but the how do you say it? I lost detail over there. Blurry, and I think around the lips as well can have some very nice deep lines in there. But let's first start with the eyes. Those to speak more, right? That's this one first. Let's see that. I'm just gonna see if I can mirror this one. Image. Can I mirror an image in pure? I think I can. I think I should be able to. Can't see it. Well, in that case, I'll have to make do. I'm using the reference of a left eye and making a right eye. it's it's bound to create some trouble for me. Okay, let's see. You've got a thing over there, my reference. It goes up to over here. It's actually quite puffy. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that was pretty good actually. At least for the reference image. And then he has a bit of a lumpy bit over here. A big old wrinkle. Over here. His nasolabial fold is also quite deep right over there. That's a little bit of a cleaner edge over there. Come on. Think it's been months ago now, but I moved. I was changing some things to the face. I spent an entire evening on it. I deleted everything at the end. Didn't like where I ended it up with, so hopefully I'll do a little bit better today. There, I think I kind of like this line that I got over there. It's kind of there. A bit of a lump he has right over there. I was wondering where is that? I'm looking at pure. So yeah, nice little bit of software that really it's really well for reference material, and it doesn't show up, at least with my setup on stream. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking at right now. Okay, still not be bad. Okay, bit of a divot right there. I knew what I was doing. That would make the entire operation a little bit more a little bit more easier. I think that works. And let's see there. Read it over here as well. So let's read that one. This one. I think you could use that standard brush for this one, right over there. That's auto saving again. Okay. We did make some progress today, though. That I like. Do feel like this area over here needs to be pushed in more. Like that. The damn standard for this as well. Over here. You're off for the day. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for staying for that entire time. And we'll be back on Tuesday. So if you want to see me again together with Mike, then you can see us there. Have a nice day. Thank you. I'll keep a little bit. Go further ever so slightly, just a bit more. Noodling away on that face. Okay, let's keep this up a bit. If I do this, let's do a little pinch over here. This felt quite messy that I made. Yeah, it's too much. Too much. Don't do that. This area feels a bit too messy. So let's clean that up. Okay. And let's see, we've got that nasal labial fold. It kind of goes over there. Let's clean it up a bit. Let's see, quite a bit of deep wrinkle. This might be a little bit difficult because they kind of go in this direction, right? Like there and there. This lip. Pay attention to it, that it still all goes to the same spot. It's not gonna do his chin. Or am I? Or am I? Just because I can. It's quite a bit difficult to follow this reference that I have of that old man, because the lips of this guy are completely different, because it's a bit more ape-shaped, right? It doesn't really have the same kind of lips as you would normally have. Doesn't look scary at all. Okay, quite straight. So let's see if we can wiggle them around. I think that's it's going well. Right over here, there's also a little bit of a problem. Let's see, it's quite bunched up over there, right? Just kind of turn over there. So it should pillow a lot more. So I think on this side, the crevices in its skin shouldn't be as pronounced as on the other side. I feel like the pillowing kind of fills it up from the inside, maybe a bit. Who knows? Check it with the beard, and I feel like it's a little bit too much. So I'm gonna use the clay buildup to blend it back. Oh, yes. He's getting there, guys. He's getting there. Some very odd crevices over there. Can use the clay buildup right next to those lines that I've made to push up the skin right over there. So on the left side, on the right side, so that that line becomes a little bit more not as on the surface, a little bit more subsurface. It isn't as the skin isn't as straight in that area either. It's like something has scratched that skin, but it's actually inside of there. Let's see what I did. Be a bit much. Same with the other one. Clay bell up to blend it back. It's always nice to zoom out with everything on to see what I did. Let's do the same with this eye over here. So we had that shape, the building we want. So that went over there and over there. And I think all of this is pretty much good. Then we want to have some more crevices in there. Okay, you need some more of that second eyelid on this side. Oh yeah, that's what I did last time. I worked on this area over here that I did work on. And then I had a little bit of a mistake over here, right? Yes. So let's see if I can fix that. What is this gonna do? Yeah. Let's cut it up right over there. Smooth that out. I won't really need to do. I don't really need to do the front of his head because we covered up by his bandana. That is a bit of a tricky one, this area, because it said it was quite pillowed up, right? But at the same time, I still feel like he needs to have something over here. But I don't know how to make it that it's to make it look like it's as wrinkly on this side as on the other one. but also that it's still poofy and pushed up. So this area over here should have less wrinkles. So let's clean it up a bit more over here. Make that a bit more poofy. More poofy. Have that tear duct here as well. There. This one as well. Okay, let's see if what we can do with that nose as well. We still got a couple of minutes left. Couple of minutes. Yep. Saving. I still have to drink. Ah. The last bit. Yeah, it also has quite a different nose, this guy. So I'm just winging it. But the nose of my reference material guy, it's quite weathered. It's how do you call it? Lumpy. Not really a wine nose, right? It's really bloated ones. But it used to have a different shape. That's kind of what it looks like. It kind of makes sense. It's an old guy, and cartilage kind of keeps loosening up over time, right? So noses and ears, they kind of tend to keep changing shape over time, slowly but surely. Let's move those even more. It's almost covering those pupils. The laziest of eyes. I think we got there in the end. Not really sure about what I did at the very last with this nose. Like these bits. Let's just move those back. Yep. Too far back. That I liked, that I didn't. It should be different than what I have currently though. But I didn't like what I made. And I don't really want to figure it out anymore. I think I've done enough for today. And we go to bed. Yes. Let's save this guy. I will thank everyone for watching, especially the very last viewer. Thank you very much for hanging out until the very end. And yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully together with Mike. And we'll do another speed sculpt. No idea what it's going to be, but going to do one anyway. Thank you very much for watching.